Hey Naomi, this is Andrew Hanoum, the founder of the program. And in this video, what I'd like to do is to be able to acknowledge a lot of things that you said and really, um, first of all, thank you for being an advocate to our warriors and for other people. And I'm really sorry that you didn't have a great experience with us. I did reach out to you individually recently to see how we can improve your experience if there's anything else far beyond this reply. But if it's okay with you, in this video, I'd like to address some of the concerns here and offer some perspective and also an action plan to help address your concerns. I have some notes here because there's a lot in the review. So I'll be looking up and down just to make sure I cover everything. So some of the reviews are from our coaches because prior to being coaches, they were all clients who completed the process successfully, and each one who struggled with their own version of emotional eating, some for over 50 years. And they applied to be coaches with me and us because of the transformative process this was for them. Each coach has been with us for over 1.5 years. They're very loyal, they're very dedicated, they love what they do, and they absolutely love working with the clients that we have. And so the client, not only were the coaches, gone through the program, kept the weight off successfully, released the weight, but they also get that training from me too. And so the clients get the benefits of being able to work with the coaches and who from the emotional aspect as well, because the coaches had to overcome that. They had to work through their own stuff and learn the process, and now they are where they are. And it's always a continual journey. You're never at a destination. I'm always working on myself. As humans, we're always working on ourselves. But they have been able to achieve success in this area, overcome the emotional aspects, release the weight, transform their mindset, and really truly master this area of their life. And that's why they're so excited to give back. Every one of our coaches who works with me has to have gone through the program, released the weight, and kept it off for a certain period of time. And from our past, from our clients' posts in our community, our surveys, my personal interviews with clients, and the emails that we get in, it's actually our support and the emotional piece is typically actually one of the things that our clients rave about most. So please don't take this as your concerns not being valid. Everyone has their own unique experience, and what I'm doing here, outlining it from our own overall perspective. So what I'm saying is that we're not turning our heads away from your comment. I'm leaning into it with the changes that we're going to make and that I've already made to make sure that this is something that all of our clients can benefit from all angles. But what I am saying is that I'm acknowledging that in our view, were and are really serving our community at the highest level in this area. Well, maybe not the highest level, there's always room for improvement, but I feel like at a high level. And I just want to take you through some proof of that, because anybody can say that. But I'd like to take you behind the scenes into our platforms and show you what I mean by that. Okay, so this is behind the scenes of our support platform where we interact with our clients. And this is, this platform called Help Scout is great because it measures the happiness scores of our clients, as you can see here, and the amount of great interactions we have, okay and not good interactions. So this is the date from the past 6 months, approximately July 2021 to today, January 17th, 2022. And as you can see, 89% of the interactions have been great, 7% were okay, and 5% not good, for an overall happiness score based on 643 ratings, which is 1/3 of customers. Not everyone responds to the ratings, but 1/3 of our customers will respond. And so based on these ratings, we have an 84% happiness score. The industry standard for really, really top notch is 80%. So our goal is always to hit 90. we're improving every single year. So the last 6 months is 84. The whole year of last year was 83%, so very similar, 88% of great reviews, 5% not good. And this is from our actual clients who interact with our support team and our coaches. What I want to say too is with a not good, every time we get a not good rating, we actually respond to that and ask how can we have improved the rating so that we can improve your experience next time. And then if you look from this year so far, from the 1st of January to January 17th, we are at 98% great rating, 2% not good, and 95% happiness score, which again, industry standards 80%, and we're always looking to exceed that. So this is just behind the scenes of our support. And one of the other things you mentioned is feeling overwhelmed throughout the program. You said it's just confusing at best. And I want to assure you that, because this is such a new lifestyle change, it's going to seem overwhelming at first. There's no way around it. You're learning a new skill. You're learning how to eat properly, think properly. You're learning how to cook properly, how to sleep properly. There's a lot of new skills there, and we do our best to make sure that our clients have a onboarding progress so they know exactly after they onboard exactly what to do next. But I do want to give you a little bit of experience here from our client's perspective. So this client said, hello everyone, I'm brand new to the group and extremely overwhelmed. I feel so anxious about being able to do what is required in the program. I'm looking for some support and wondering if there's others who have felt this way. Thank you. So she actually emailed into support, and this is January 13th, so just a couple days ago. And within 1 hour, our coach got back to her and explained to her exactly what to do. But then she was encouraged to post in the community so that she can see that she's not alone in this. You can see with just a couple days, 58 comments of other people supporting her, other warriors and coaches. So here's where one of the posts to support exactly what to do. So Leslie says, I think if you really dig in and read through everything in the very beginning, it falls into place pretty easily. Plus, they send you reminders all the time. I just started 4 days ago and it's going well. Carly says, welcome. Yes, this is how I felt when I started. Reach out if you need anything. Nancy says, don't stress. Take it a day at a time. Releasing the modules in the portal. Reach out with questions. Bethany says, get on some Zoom calls. She finds the Zoom calls very helpful. Karen says, for sure there's a lot, but it'll be one of the best decisions you likely ever made. Brandy says, you got this. Do the required homework for the modules and do them daily if required. The support and people willing to help has been so amazing. You'll get the hang of it and love it, says Jane. And Jane's been with me for over a couple of years as a client. She loves the process. Sandra says, Kelly, I started 13 days ago. Felt the same way. Go through all videos. Prepare a detox soup before you start. You will be prob day 3. You will be a pro by day 3. It works if you follow as instructed. We're with you every step of the way. G says, I've been doing it for 11 days. Yes, I keep worrying I'm not doing it right. Totally normal. There's some perfectionists, and that's okay. Jessica says, I started January 3rd. I understand the feeling. I did mess up, beat myself up for a bit, spent a few minutes in the group and read through the amazing comments and inspiration. Totally put me back on track. You got this. Progress, not perfection. Susan says, relax, take it one day at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out before you start. It felt unsure at first too, but I didn't get ahead of myself, and now I'm on my way to maintenance with much less angst. I know the process works, even if I don't know the whole process yet. Marilyn says, I'm on day 11 and doing good. You got this. We were all here for you. Robin says, I started this week and have been feeling the same. Once you get into it, a groove, it will be okay. If you feel, message me for support. We are all in this together. You can just see that these are all comments of women who are they didn't have to reach out. They just are really looking to support and help them. And you can see Kelly says, thanks. The support here is amazing. I got this. Sabine says, felt the same in the beginning. I started with what I could do, easy, natural food, sticking to the food list and the amounts. And then I added, as I learned more, became sure of the process. And so, here's Susan saying, I'm maintenance day 8, released 20 pounds in the first round. So her first 8 weeks, she released 20 pounds. It works in our Tuesday and Friday groups. The Zoom calls with our coach, Karen, are great with such caring and loving people. Karen leads it, who's the coach. Take some deep breath and praise. God's got you. Jean says this group is amazing. 30 day of priming and feeling a bit overwhelmed with the whole process after reading all the encouraging posts. I am ready to face this head on and knowing there are a whole lot of wonderful warriors here to support me. It gets easier, and so Kelly, Judah says, hi Kelly and Colette, just relax, we'll be able to do it. I was anxious at first and I found it worked as I went step by step. I'm feeling well and enjoying eating the whole foods. And then just 10 hours ago, this was posted a couple days ago, Kelly says, thank you. I must admit I am doing so much better and thankful for the support. So that is the typical experience that we have and we see from the interaction with our coaches. You can see they love the Zoom calls. They love the Facebook group. 58 comments in a couple days on a woman who are just so happy to hear and support because they're getting amazing results. So why wouldn't they want to support each other? So I did want to acknowledge that. And then I'm just going to look at my notes here really quick to see what the next thing is. And then, so you mentioned the cost being, too expensive. And that's fine. Everyone has their own standards and values and things that they see as worth investments. But I do want to paint another picture, if I may. One of our clients commented that she was really anxious in investing in herself. Most clients are women. Well, all of our clients are basically women over 45 and who really struggle with this. And they've invested in a ton of other programs, much more combined usually than our program. And a lot of times it's a self-worth thing, or they just are not used to investing money in themselves. So you can see here, Laura says, think about other weight loss programs you spent your hard-earned dollars on. This will be the last one you will ever need. It is life-changing and you are given the tools, guidance, and support that makes you want to do this for yourself. You're worth every penny you are spending. This program truly works. It is the only one that has for me, and I've been dieting since I was about 10 years old. Next month, I'll be 67 and weigh less than when I was 16. Please don't stress. I was worried as well, but when you see the results, you continue in a short time, you will feel differently. Good luck, sister. The best journey of your life has begun. Lisa says, I think that anxiety has made us I think that this anxiety that many of us share, I'll say that if you follow the program, it does work. Take your time and be thorough with the manual and all the videos. Definitely do the mindset portion. Stephanie says, welcome, Teresa. Have you started training in the portal yet? Have you started training in the portal yet? And our clients each get access to the training portal where all the information is. Do the mindset training ASAP. If not, I cannot encourage this enough. It will change your life if you do the work. This is the best investment in your health that you will ever make. My personal point of view, I'd rather pay someone, Andrew, to help me learn how to live a healthy life rather than pay for a hospital visit after I've waited too long. I had tried every program on the planet and was considering weight loss surgery. This isn't like any other program out there. Read some of the other posts in the group. People in this group have completely turned their health around with this program. This group has amazing supporters and cheerleaders. You deserve to feel amazing and be healthy. The training will open your eyes to so many things. I would start there. Please feel free to message me for support. Remember, you deserve this. I am cheering you on and rooting for you. Ellie says, best investment ever. Once you start, you won't regret. She's been with us for over a year now and releasing over 100 pounds. Tammy says, I was sick about spending that much money on myself too. I've been in the program since May and I've lost 80 pounds. I've been overweight for 28 years and I could never get a handle on it before. You can do this. Sally says, best investment ever. You never have to spend another penny on weight loss gimmicks or programs again. Follow the program now and the rest of your healthy life. Janet says, you can spend it on wellness or sickness later. Sadie says, I understand the cost being upsetting. I think my story is the same as others. However, I too have tried many diets over the past 30 years and have changed my thinking to this program, and the costs are an investment, and I've been tempted. Then the cost becomes irrelevant. I invest money in other material things, but I realize my health is the most important, so I've invested in it. It really does work. Keep on, warrior. Annabelle says, you're in a very special place with much support. Annabelle is in her 70s and has got into her dream weight after working with us for 7 months and releasing 75 pounds. Shirley says, zero regrets here. MRP is worth every last cent. You will soon love the results. MRP is also our nickname. Judy says, you made the correct decision and we got this, girl. Just stay the course. I'm a newbie too, and happy I am. Christina says, oh, Teresa, I feel on the money spent, but I have to tell you, I started on November 29th, the last 11 days, the day after my birthday, holidays, off track, started over with priming on December 29th, 2 weeks, 2 days loading, and my 4th day of releasing, so still newbie, but it looks like I can be ringing a bell tomorrow. Ringing a bell just means she's about to release her first 10 pounds. Today I took a walk out in the snowstorm and was thinking to myself, I'm so glad I did spend the money on it, and how I'm proud of myself that I chose me to take care of. Also, another NSV non-scale victory. When I was in the priming, I kept saying to myself, I can't have that. But now during releasing, I'm saying, what's my approved veg, food, protein, and fruit? There's no I can't in my vocabulary. I also noticed my husband and 2 daughters in college being really supportive. And my husband doesn't know what I spent money-wise. Reach out to all us warriors anytime. So this is a true unfiltered, as you can see, this is in the Facebook group, private clients of their views, many views on the investment and how it is an investment, and most women are not used to investing in themselves. But from clients who've been with us for years to those who are just starting, they're so happy that they did invest. So again, I'm not showing this to say you're not, you're definitely able to have your own opinions. And I apologize that you did not have a great experience with us. And that's why, again, I'm going to show you some initiatives that I'm taking to improve that. But from our perspective, it's not that we're turning our heads away from our clients and not trying to support them. It's really important to us that our clients get great results and have the emotional support, because that's how we've been able to help so many clients keep the weight off long term and enjoy their life. So it's not something we're trying to turn our heads to. It's something that's very important to us. And of course, so are your opinions, and those are true to you. So I want to acknowledge that. And there's a couple of other things in your reply I'd like to acknowledge as well. So you mentioned, us artificially saying or mistakenly saying that, you're selected and we have a lot of applicants and you're unique and all that. It's true. We actually do get over 100 applications a week to work with our team, and we only bring on around a quarter of that every week. That's our capacity with the coaches and everything. We might increase that later on, but it's true that that's our capacity, and it's true that we get that many applications. And we only want to work with people. You saw our private community. We only want to work with those who are really positive, who are really committed, who are really trusting. And we really want to make sure we continue to grow this positive community and tribe, because it's so important to have that. So we will turn away clients if we don't feel like they're ideal clients, if we feel there's any negativity, or if they're really not committed to making a lifestyle change. For whatever reason, or if they're not trusting or open-minded, I should say, open-minded to a new approach. Obviously, that's important. If you're going to be working with someone, if you don't follow what they say, it's just not going to work. So it is true. It's not at all preying on vulnerability. We don't do that. We're very honest, and all of our advisors and screeners are trained to make sure that that's the case, and we hold them to high standards. We review that every week to make sure that they are, in integrity, and we have very strict standards for that. Most of our coaches have been with us for over a year, some 3 years. So, we are dedicated in training and integrity. I also want to show that it is true, and here's proof that we do get hundreds of applications a week to work with us. So you can see these are just the applications that came in on January 17th. So there is approximately almost 40 applications, I think 37 to be exact, applications from just the 17th alone, which if you look in our private group, and you can go on Facebook and search this group, and you'll see that there were 25 new members in the last week. So it is true that we do accept 20 to 25 clients a week, um, and that we do get hundreds of applications a week to work with us. You mentioned that your screener never followed up with you after you got enrolled in the program. And that's because our screeners are not our coaches. So the person you have your initial call with is one of our screeners. So their job is to really see what's going on with your health and weight. Why do you want to change? Where do you want to go? It's important you have a destination. Otherwise, where's the momentum? Where's the desire to change? So we help you outline where you are now, what's going on with your health now, what could be stopping you, where do you want to go with your health and your weight, and then what's that picture look like? And then if it's a good fit, we'll actually outline our program and in detail answer all the questions. And then if it's a good fit, extend an invitation. You can choose to accept or not accept. It's totally up to you on the call whether you want to do it or not. There's no, you have to do it now kind of thing. That's not all how we operate. But I do want to say, though, that our screeners are separate than our coaches. So the initial call you had was with Brandon. And once you deem it's a good fit and you want to get enrolled, then the screener will onboard you, get you access to the support, the community, all the training tools, and then also teach you how to access the coaches, the private email, the Zoom calls, the private community, and also exactly what to do as your first step. That's the role of the screener. From there, the screener is now focused on screening the next person, and the coaches their only job is to make sure that the client has their questions resolved in a very quick. Our turnaround time is 24 hours, and if it's a weekend, it's 48 hours, and to make sure they have a really great response and interaction on the Zoom calls and the private email, and you've seen the scores behind the scenes on that. So I just wanted to acknowledge that as well. And you mentioned, I used to be on the calls, and then you said I didn't. It seemed like I was just being bothered. Actually, at the time when I was transitioning out of the calls, I had a death in the family that was really devastating to me, our family, and continues to be so. So I apologize if I didn't show up to the calls as my best self. I always was and excited to be on those calls and help out the Warriors. And I did transition out of that because the death for a little bit, but also I'm leading a big team of Warriors, of coaches, and a big team of people behind the scenes who are necessary to make this run as smoothly as it does. And also spending my time behind the scenes and researching and in the program and improving our client experience and hiring the right people and making sure we have the right standards in place. So it's a lot of work, and I wanted to make sure that the Warriors got really well trained from our coaches who are trained by me and now trained very well. So it's not that I was being bothered at all. That explains why I might have seemed off during that time. All this being said, we are always looking to improve. Again, as I said, every week we have benchmarks we're looking to improve, and I really value your feedback, Naomi, and I can tell you really care about the client experience, and I really appreciate that. And I know with your profession as a life coach, it's important to you that obviously you're dedicated to really serving others at the highest level too. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. And then to start off the year, to kind of acknowledge your recommendations, to start off the year, I'm doing an exclusive training for our Warriors to go more deep into the emotional aspect of everything. And everything I've learned over the past, decade of studying the emotions and psychology and neuroscience and working with some really great mentors in this area and helping thousands of clients and working on myself. I'm going to share that in the training at the end of January. It doesn't seem you've registered as of yet for that, so I would love to see you there. And then we're going to also post that in our community. And so that's going to be an ongoing training that will be available. And then also, I brought this to our coaches so that they're aware, we're really going to improve our standards even more and keep an eye out for this. So I hope this video, I know it's a long video, I hope it's been helpful in helping you know that your words have not gone unheard. I hear you, and we are here to make those changes. And hopefully you've seen the amount of work and standards that we have behind the scenes to make sure that our clients have a great experience, and that it does matter to us. So you can rest assured that that's the case. And I really appreciate your feedback, and thank you for your standards that you bring to the world. All the best.